Hey guys, welcome to the next episode. We have put in a lot of work as far as building. Let me just show you real quick. I think you guys are going to be really excited. And bam. Yep, that's our factory, guys. It's looking pretty sweet. Right now we just have it made of cobblestone, but that's probably going to change. It's like 24 blocks by like 50 something like that. And then on the inside we got this right here.
Hi.
You out of nowhere.
Well, I built the damn place.
Of course you did. You don't need to live in it. That's what the bank is for.
Yeah.
And
Speaking of which, you need to build one of those.
a bank? Yeah, probably. But now that we have this, this gives us the capacity to lay down our stuff.
And by the way, it is required to have a building of this size to lay down anything industrial. This flooring pattern is indeed required. The torch placements are all precise. Yes.
Yeah. It's for maximum quality.
Yes.
However, this big thing was actually for visual thing, so the room doesn't look so expansive and empty.
Even though it is.
Yeah. It's actually just an optical illusion. But, due to the necessity of it, we will actually pop in a chest in here. Oop. Just tossing my things around. Right here, I have myself a bucket of oil. It turns out that we are actually right near a whole bunch of oil. Like,
we hit that black gold.
Yep. Hey, Eric, you have one project.
Yes?
Light up the roof. It's spawnable.
Ah, shit, you're right.
Yep.
Something fell off, didn't it?
No.
Oh, you just thought of it?
Yeah. Oh man, everything's lagging a lot. Alright, there we go. So there's this oil patch right here. Oop. And we used it in order to conduct one experiment. And that is...
You can go into one deep.
Yeah, you can jump into one deep oil without taking any fall damage.
But it has to be a full block.
It does have to be a full block. You cannot make an infinite oil. Scrabbler!
I got this.
Yeah, it's dead. Alright. Well, you can't make infinite oil. So let me put that back and just show you guys real quick. It will do that. It's just like lava now.
Except not deadly.
Yeah. And apparently Eric conducted his own experiment that we talked about while off camera. And what happens whenever you light oil on fire?
It just destroys that block and that block only.
Okay. So, lighting oil on fire does not make an inferno.
You cannot destroy an oil field.
You cannot create a conflagration of oil. So, don't even try.
Conflagration?
Conflagration?
Why are you adding the U?
Because there's a U in it.
There is?
Yes.
That was just conflagration.
Nope. That sounds like the other word where it's a joining of people. Congregation.
Yeah. I always thought it was called a conflagration because it was a joining of fire.
No, it just means basically an inferno, not any kind of joining aspect.
I don't know.
But we're going to take all of these ores and mostly important stuff over to the refinery, because that's where it's going to get the most use. I can't actually carry all of this, so I will get the rest.
I did.
Running, sprinting. And now we're going to show you some pretty cool stuff. And why can't I just drink this
yeah.
oil?
You want to?
I mean, a little bit.
You're a sick man.
Alright, guys. First thing is generator. Generator works basically like a furnace-esque thing. You shove coal into it. It will burn.
Or
and
any
it will
other fuel.
Yeah, anything that can be burned or redstone, and it will create energy. Now, this energy can be accessed by any machine immediately next to it, or any machine that is connected to it via wire. Cable. Same difference.
You can get really fancy with it.
Yeah. Now, this is the macerator. Now, the cool thing about the macerator is you stick in ores. Now, it has to be a actual ore, not a not like diamonds or something. This won't work with diamonds. But you stick in ore, and I'm gonna step away from it because it's kind of loud, and it will turn it into dust, similar to redstone dust, except it will be iron dust, copper dust, etc., etc.
One block will turn into 2 dust.
Yeah, 1 block will turn into 2 dust, and every one of those dusts can be smelted into 1 ingot. So you're effectively doubling your mining efficiency.
Yep. So if you're having trouble finding that one standard ore, well, your troubles are lessened.
Yeah. So, like in industrial craft, iron is your biggest resource. You will always be short on iron.
And
always.
Redstone.
Well, redstone doesn't matter for the point that I'm trying to make.
Oh, yeah.
And so what you do is you get a macerator. Well, if you go mining, and let's say you get a stack and a half, which is a usual amount for going splunking. Let's say you get a stack and a half of iron. Well, that's 3 stacks.
3 stacks.
Of iron. Although you do double the amount of smithing that you have to do. And quadruple it if you're turning it... quadruple it if you're going to turn it all into refined iron.
Yeah.
So, there is that aspect. You're doubling your efficiency of getting
energy.
you're doubling your efficiency of getting ore. However, you're doubling your smithing. If you're in
consumption.
Yeah, if you're in the low tier like us, you're doubling your coal cost. If you're in the higher tiers, you're just doubling your energy cost, which
cost.
Yeah, which in the high tiers it means nothing.
Usually, unless you have fucking stuff for days.
Yep. So let's shove all this stuff back in here. Sorry for the macerator sounds. It is kind of loud. Bam. Bit of oil. And after the mining, we are now at 30 diamonds, guys. 30. We're rocking it hardcore.
Jesus.
Yep. Now, there is one other thing that we are going to make. Unfortunately, I don't have the thing open with me right now.
You don't have the wiki.
Yeah. So I will be right back, guys. Alright, guys. I had to check out that recipe real quick, and we are going to make it. So we need this and this.
And that.
Yep.
Oh, don't forget sauce.
Yep, all that. Well, right now, we need to make a stone furnace. With said stone furnace, we need to make it an iron furnace. Iron furnace, electric circuit, redstone, electric furnace, guys. Boom. So, now, I have told you before how the iron furnace is 25% more efficient than the stone furnace. Well, the electric furnace is 25% more efficient than the iron furnace. So what is that, Dongle?
50% more efficient than the stone.
What's that
Unless wait,
total for one piece of coal?
12.
About 12.5, but the 0.5 doesn't matter.
Meh. Well, it kind of does because it does conserve energy.
Yeah. Okay, so we did run out of energy halfway, or about halfway
Need more
through.
power.
About halfway through our smithing. So that kind of sucks. But
Yeah.
now I'm going to shove some coal in. We're going to keep macerating that.
And people, just so you don't try and do it, you can't make coal dust and try and put it in for fuel. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I've actually tried this before.
Just saying. Because
So-
you can use coal dust to make a fuel, but that's a bit later.
Yeah, that's the fuel that we think of.
That's fuel.
Yeah.
That's gasoline, pretty much.
Well, the gasoline that we're thinking
Pretty
of
much.
actually comes from Buildcraft, but that's unimportant. So this is the sound
what
of
I mean.
3 machines going. The one that's obviously more predominant is the macerator.
I like the sound of the furnace, you see.
Yep.
And because we aren't at that tier yet, I'm just going to mention it. There's an induction furnace, which requires the electric furnace to create. What it does is it gives you 2 spots to smelt with, and they will go at the same... Oh, sorry. And they will go at the same time, and the more energy that's used, the faster it gets, and the less energy it uses to smelt.
It is pretty cool, but we aren't there yet.
We aren't at that tier. We could, in theory, make it, but it would be a big drain on resources.
Yeah.
We have all the stuff to make it except a compressor.
Yeah. Alright, guys.
Speaking of compressor, we need that and extractor.
You've seen this recipe before. I'm doing this for part of Dongle's sanity and for fanciness.
Oh, what? Oh, so I can see?
Yep. And I'm also going to stick a crafting table over here just for
Yeah, that's
S's and
good.
G's.
No, because when we both need to craft something.
That too.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. We have built this machine. This machine right here. I'm going to punch it to death.
This machine, this isn't Fallout.
But unlike the iron furnace, which he freaked out over before, you cannot mine this. Don't try. I mean, you can mine
Don't
it.
do it!
It's going to
It
turn
will
right back
break.
into a iron
No, it's
furnace.
gone.
Not whenever I did
it's
it on
gone.
single player.
Okay, then maybe I don't remember stuff. But then again, I don't try and break it.
Yeah, well, whenever you break
Yeah, you
this,
need to
needless to
make-
say, you actually lose it. You need to make a wrench, which we will cover the making and production
Later.
of bronze in the next episode. Once we get
Oh,
a few
okay.
things macerated. But that
Yeah.
basically comes to the end of this episode. I'm going to end it a bit early, that way we can get to work on some off-camera stuff. So, we will see you guys later, where we get pretty hardcore into the industrial craft stuff, and maybe into some
And maybe
buildcraft
some
stuff.
Buildcraft.
Yeah.
I got in your head again.
Get out of it. Alright, guys. I'll see you later.
But it's so toasty.